Hey guys, what's up? It's Sam Weisbach. Welcome back to my channel. Today I am doing a really fun video with one of my really good YouTube friends. Her name is Juvia, and I will have all her stuff linked down below. Her and I have been becoming really close, and we talk literally every day, and we are so excited to be filming this for you guys. So if you want to check out her channel, which you definitely should because you'll fall in love with her as much as I did, it'll all be linked down below, and so will her collab video as well. So today we are going to be showing you, well, I'll be showing you, she'll show you on her video. We're going to be showing you our favorite palettes, eyeshadow palettes. So yeah, I don't really have too many palettes. Usually I just get like single eyeshadows. I don't really have like a lot of palettes, but I will show you the ones that I have, and I will let you know what I think of them, and I will show you some swatches as well. So yeah, if you want to see the palettes that I have, then just keep watching. Okay, so I will start out with the most basic one right now because I don't really consider this a palette. I don't know like if you would, but this came with the Ulta, it was like a gift set. It came in a box that came with a bunch of eyeshadows and just a bunch of beauty products. That was around Christmas time, I believe. But anyways, this is one of my palettes, I guess. This is just strictly Ulta brand. Speaking of Ulta, I just got a job there today. Anyways, but yeah, this is the Ulta palette that I have, and it comes with eyeliners and eyeshadows. And this was a pretty good palette to start with, so if you are a beginner, I definitely recommend checking out Ulta's palettes because they're not too expensive, and they come with a lot of different colors that you can, you know, work with and stuff. So that is just I just threw that in the video, and I don't know. So I guess I'll show you in the order of when I got them. So I first got this palette here. This is the Naked 2 by Decay. And I always wanted to try this palette out. I've never tried the Naked palettes before, so this is the only one that I have, and as you can see, I still have quite a bit left. I've had this for a really long time now, but I liked this palette the best out of all of the ones that they had. I just thought this was the most useful to me, like on an everyday basis, so that's why I got the Naked 2, and it comes with a brush that I always use. It's like amazing. It looks like this. Comes with, it's like two-sided. Comes with a fluffy side and then a flat brush. Oh, okay. But yeah, so this palette is definitely a palette I would recommend to you. It is not one of the best palettes, I would say, just because I really have been loving very pigmented, buttery eyeshadows, and this is not very buttery. It's pretty pigmented, but I would not like call this buttery or creamy at all. But I'll go ahead and swatch some colors for you guys. My dog won't shut the fuck up.
Let me just pull up my sleeve.
Okay, so this is the swatches of the Naked 2 palette, and there are some that you like can't see at all, mostly the light colors, but the dark colors work out pretty well. So the next palette that I got is the Too Faced Sweet Peach palette, and I've done quite a few tutorials on this palette, but I definitely love this palette. It's so amazing just because, one, it smells great, so right off the bat I was like, yes. And two, it's pretty pigmented, and like I said about the Naked 2, it's not very buttery. Some, I guess you could say, are, mostly the shimmery ones. Oh my god. This is very similar in texture as the Naked 2, I believe. I feel like this isn't very buttery as well, but they do show up when you apply them, so I would recommend this palette as well. It looks like this. So these are the swatches for the Too Faced Sweet Peach palette, and as you can see, they are pretty pigmented. The only thing is, as the matte eyeshadows, like the more matte they are, they tend to be less pigmented kind of, and they look a little bit more chalky than the ones that are pretty metallic-y and shimmery. So I definitely would recommend this palette just for the metallics that are in it. Like I said, the smell is amazing. It smells like peaches and it smells good. Someone told me that you could eat it. Is that true? So the next palette I'm going to show you is a customized palette that I did myself. I know that the outside says Makeup Forever, which is not what these eyeshadows are. These eyeshadows are from Makeup Geek. I have always heard of Makeup Geek, you know, for a while, but I never actually went out of my way to buy them. But then when I saw that they had their foiled eyeshadows come out, and when I saw the swatches of them, like, I was so like amazed. I just thought they were like the best things ever. So I had to get them, and I went and I got them, and when I applied them onto my eyes, it wasn't as great as I thought it was going to be, which I was kind of disappointed. I don't know if I just had my hopes up too high or what it was, but they weren't as great as they looked in the swatches. They don't stay on long at all. But these eyeshadows, I think you can make them stay longer. Just you have to like do all the right things to make sure that it stays on for a while. But if you were to just like do like a quick eyeshadow look, especially without primer or something, but even with primer, they don't stay on all day, and it kind of disappoints me. But I still purchased more from them because like I said, when you do put them on at first, they are very pigmented and it just stands out a lot and stuff. So but let me just show you. So this is the palette that I did. Obviously I don't have any more. There's my phone. But yeah, so these are all the foiled, on the first row, these are the foiled eyeshadows that came all together in a deal around Valentine's Day, I think it was. I'm not sure if they still have it, but it was like you get 9 eyeshadows for like a better deal than you would just purchasing 9 single eyeshadows. I was also kind of disappointed on how the eyeshadows came because I was expecting a palette just because it says that. I'm pretty sure, it shows that it comes with all 9 of them, and it shows it like in a palette. It shows it in a palette on the website, but when I got the actual eyeshadows in the mail, they came all individually in these things right here. Okay, so now this is the Makeup Geek eyeshadow collection that I have, and as you can see, they are very bright and pigmented, and they go on very creamy, and this is why I fell in love with it online, because they just look so gorgeous, and literally it looks like I colored my arm with markers. So next up are the 2 Morphe palettes that I have. I have the 35B and the 35R, and if you watch my videos, then you know that I literally used the shit out of this 35B palette, and I just recently purchased the Morphe 35R palette. This is the Ready Set Gold palette that just came out. So I did a review on the 35R Ready Set Gold palette recently, but I accidentally deleted it off my YouTube channel, which still kills me till this day. Like, have you ever done that? Like, you delete a video and it already has like comments and likes and all this stuff, or even a picture, and you're just like, oh my god, I'm never gonna get that back, you know? So if you want to see the review on the 35R palette that I did, and I also did a mini tutorial with it, you can go ahead and check that out on fashionpotluck.com, and I will have my channel linked down below, and that video is still uploaded on there, so you can go ahead and check it out anytime you want on that website. You can also create an account. It's free, so I recommend you do that and then add me and we can be friends on there. Okay, so I'm going to show you the Morphe 35R first, since I'm talking about it already, and this is the one I did the review on. So this is again Ready Set Gold, and this is the palette right here. And I've literally been obsessed with Morphe ever since I started trying out their eyeshadows. Like, it is to die for. I don't know why I love it so much. It's just so pigmented and buttery and creamy and everything you want in an eyeshadow. So I would definitely recommend Morphe eyeshadow if you have not tried them yet. I will go ahead and swatch some of the Morphe 35B eyeshadows, and let me show that to you first. So this is definitely a rainbow looking palette. It has literally every color of the rainbow, and I love this palette for fun looks and bright, colorful looks that I love to do, so I definitely needed to get this palette, and I would recommend it totally if you love fun and colorful looks as well. If not, then 35R would probably be more up your alley. So I will go ahead and swatch some of these colors for you since I haven't, even though I've done a lot of tutorials on it. Okay, so here are some of the swatches from the Morphe 35B palette, and I'm just obsessed with these eyeshadows, but they don't really swatch as good as they do when you apply, so it's kind of the opposite of the Makeup Geek eyeshadows. I really do love how some of them swatch. Usually the brighter colors swatch the best, but it's definitely still worth the try. Okay, so that was all the eyeshadows that I have from Morphe, so now I'm going to be showing you a new palette that I just received. I actually used it today on this eyeshadow look right here. I used actually the lid color from the palette, so this is the Nubian 2 by Juvia. I like to call it Juvia, but this is it, and they have like a bunch of different ones. I just got this one. It was the cheapest, and I wanted to try it out before I spent, you know, the most money on the palette when, you know, I may not like it. But I did try it, and I swatched them before when I got it, and they're very, very pigmented and amazing, and I'm so excited to use the rest of the colors. So it looks like this, and this one only comes with 12 eyeshadows, but the other ones come with a little more, but they are more expensive. But they are really big palettes too, so I love that. They're gonna last a really long time. And I love the palette packaging too, like it's so cool. So here are the swatches from the Nubian 2 palette by Juvia's. So yeah, these are pretty pigmented as well, and they come on very buttery. I know the camera isn't really picking it up, but just take my word for it, it's definitely worth the buy. But just like every other palette I showed you, the metallic-y shimmery eyeshadows are usually the ones that just come on a lot better and more noticeable. So I think that's just the way it goes with the matte eyeshadows. But yeah, if anyone knows of any very pigmented matte eyeshadows, I would love to hear what they are, because I would love to try them out. But that is it for all the eyeshadow palettes that I have to show you today. Those are definitely my favorite. Okay, hold on, I gotta take this off. So that is it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed and learned something today. I hope you guys can take away a new eyeshadow palette or something new to try. But before you go, don't forget to check out Julia's channel and also her collab video. I will link everything down below. Her channel is amazing, and she's such a great person and fun and easy to get along with, and I just love her, so I know you guys will too. Definitely check her out. I will link everything down below, like I said, and I hope you guys have an amazing day. Don't forget to like and subscribe to me if you haven't already, and I will see you guys next time. Bye guys!